if he was ignoring you or he wasn't giving you the feedback or the attention that you wanted, what do you think that an OnlyFans would only fuel the fire? You see what I'm saying? If he was already in a depression, what the makes you think that making the OnlyFans will be the solution?
Warning. If you are one that is easily triggered, click off now. These are cold facts, ugly truths, and my opinion. You've been warned.
That's shit stupid, yo. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could even talk to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's up, Keith. I'm telling you, yo, that's up.
Wait, no, calm, but you're not gonna say f me, or that's up. It's not up.
You recording me? What the you doing?
Listen, it's not up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course, I'm mad at you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself. So why should I have to tell you? My choice, my body, my fucking choice.
I'm your partner. You're supposed to come to me and talk to me.
Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no solution.
You knew who the I was when you met me.
Before.
He said, you knew who the I was when you met me, you bitch. Kevin Gates, that was so funny. You knew who the I was when you met me, you bitch. Lady, you're married. You can't just say, my choice, my body. You know, when you get married to a person, it's like y'all are joining. It's like y'all souls are combining into one. It's like y'all become one person, right? Y'all are supposed to be evenly balanced at all times. So if one person drops to 40%, you're supposed to go to 60. If one person drops to 20%, you're supposed to go up to 80%. Y'all are supposed to be at 100% at all times, right? So you can't just make decisions solely by yourself like you are still single or just dating. When you get married, every decision that you make, you have to take that other person into consideration. Even before that, like even when y'all dating, if you're dating somebody seriously, if you're dating with intent, as they say, you still want to take your partner's feelings into consideration. So if you're just inconsiderate and just moving how you want to move and not caring about how they feel, how is that being a couple? You're supposed to be a complementary. Y'all supposed to be complementary to each other. Now, certain things, I mean, you do think you're your own person still. You're your own functioning person. You know, oh, can I go to the bathroom? Can I do this, then the third? Can I wash my clothes? You know, everyday normal activities, but situations or big decisions, you should come together and y'all should talk about them. Taking out loans, purchasing a car, purchasing homes, things that could very well affect finances, well-beings, living situations, OnlyFans. Like, come on now. Why would you not think that OnlyFans was not a big deal? You're trying to like brush it off, and when he's saying I'm just now finding out, and you're trying to act indignant, like you're trying to brush it under the rug or trying to make it seem minuscule, but you know in your heart of hearts that was wrong. That was the wrong move. And now that he found out, now you're trying to like deflect and shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens, guys. When you get married, I'm not telling you not to get married. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But just look deep before you leap, because you can know a person for 5-10 years, and then on that 11th year, they just turn into a whole nother person. They just was able to be that wolf in sheep's clothing for so long, and then finally they just was like, F it, I'm not even pretending anymore. This is what it is. She doesn't even have any remorse. She doesn't want to take any accountability. She feels like what she done was justified. And it's not. So let's go back to the video.
Before,
I knew that.
Thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again.
Beforehand,
but
no.
that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously, it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had to do something.
It hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Kisha, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out.
We're talking about it now. You talk about it pre, not prior. Pre Pretense, not prior, right? You see what I'm saying? Not post tense. You understand what I'm saying? Post tense is not even right grammar. Anyway, how is it not disrespectful? Okay, I've had this conversation with women. Baby mom was one in particular. Right? You're doing OnlyFans. Whether you're doing it by yourself, with a spirit, with a damn turtle in the background. It don't matter. If you booty butterball ass naked and you on there bouncing that booty meat on her fucking clapping like your life depends on it, selling content for other men to jerk they fucking chickens. Listen, baby, if you gonna do it, at least give me my cut. I said this before a while back. Give me my cut. We're gonna come to an agreement about you doing OnlyFans, baby. I'm gonna need my cut. Run me my bread. And I'm not gonna, this is not gonna be a monopoly, right? This is not gonna be a dictatorship. I'm not gonna take 90% of your money and be like, yeah, you get scraps, baby. Sorry. Nah, 15 to 20% is good, right? Especially if you're making like upwards of 10 grand or more, shit, man, just give me my little piece. I'm not even gonna be mad at that point. Do what you got to do, because other guys are getting satisfaction off of you, paying to see you, right? It's like they're in some weird way, they're having a girlfriend experience, like they're in a relationship with you, right? Although you know you don't feel that way. It's a fantasy. You're selling a fantasy to these men. They're not going to feel that way. I mean, you're not going to feel that way. But let me tell you, these simps, these guys that don't get women, you're selling them that fantasy, and they crave that fantasy. That's what they're paying for, a fantasy. And the fantasy and reality line gets blurred. They do all of this in hopes of some weird way and fashion that by chance or by fate you guys will meet up and y'all will ride off into the sunset, off a fucking rainbow, never to be seen again. But it just doesn't work that way. Got your little rose and your silver bullets and whatever y'all want to call them, working that motherfucker in 4K, got the light beaming on you, sweating and glistening and shit. These dudes in there typing on the chat screen, yeah, baby, take it off, take it off. You playing Keep Sweating in the background. Listen, you're going to give me my cut. You're going to give me my cut. Ain't no doubt about it. Give me my cut, or I can cut your ass off.
On the fly.
All right then, but now, okay,
No,
so wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so? Whatever. I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
I'm pretty sure she's past her 40s. She might be in her 50s. Let's say her 50s. Okay, so I was right. 52. So she's a middle-aged woman, right? Decently, still pretty good-looking lady. And I know sometimes as women get older and these younger females are coming in with the technology age and social media, the OnlyFans, and all of this digital marketing stuff, these ladies getting BBLs and fake asses all over the place. You may feel inadequate, or you may feel less than, because you're aging and these newer, younger women are coming in and they're getting all the attention from men, or more so the men that you are accustomed to. Now, where you were getting the attention, the new wavers came in, and you're missing that. You're craving that attention that you used to have, right? And it's okay. It just happens naturally. But making the OnlyFans, trying to compete with these younger females, is not the way to go when you're married. I don't know if you have children. I don't know if they got children. But you have a family with your husband, at least. I'm not really big on sports, guys. So for you to not take his feelings and his input into consideration before you started OnlyFans, that was kind of inconsiderate on your part, right? So we got one more video we're gonna look at, going in on this topic. So let's see.
Where's Joe? How are you guys doing? Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So yeah.
Kisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account, have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. Um, and, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, she wants to really put a bigger, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And I blew it from that. I mean, it's no secret Joe's financial issues,
Hmm.
and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe, and I had established myself as a singer, and I came back here, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, other things. But, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, I've been just like,
All right, man, let's stop right there. So if you recall what she first said, what she got on, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife. He had this new little friend, and she's trying to throw a wrench in our game. Part of the situation, a part of this OnlyFans was a retaliation. She made this OnlyFans in spite. Motherfucker, you not gonna pay attention to me? Oh, you not gonna pay attention to me, motherfucker? Watch this. I'm gonna show your ass. Since you don't want to pay attention to me, let's see how far we can take it. It was a cry for attention. She wanted his attention. His attention was spreading thin. I've said this before, guys. If you got another little shorty around, you seeing somebody else trying to see somebody else, you have to learn to distribute your time evenly, because if you don't, one is gonna fall short. And you always can't make everybody happy, but you have to figure out a way to balance those women, or one's gonna feel inadequate, and then some shit might be happening behind the scenes, and you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Where the fuck have I been? Huh? This is what you done? Yeah, Kisha? All right, Kisha. And she might have been thinking this little friend, maybe she was younger, prettier, she might have posed some type of threat in his wife's eyes. She's not gonna say, I made a mistake. I should have spoke to him, or she has. I'm not gonna say she hasn't, because we still got time in this video. But she immediately went into the friend threw a wrench in our relationship. She's the one who exposed my OnlyFans, and it's like, I'm not sorry, but I guess I'll apologize because I got caught type. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm found out now. Now I have to figure out a way to make this make sense.
supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, I've been doing a lot, and I just figured out, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, and he won't do it. So I had to, and I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival, then what makes you think that would change now? When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself.
She keeps saying, for my safety, for me. I was this before you met me. I always was good. It's funny how you get married to somebody, y'all supposed to be one, but when y'all come into hard times, if it's something that if it's a shortcoming on the man's side, I'm gonna do what I got to do. Sitting there telling her business stuff, about to lose a house. I was an adult star before you met me. Why would you think I would revert back to my old habits or ways? Like, come on now. There are 1,000,001 ways to make money. OnlyFans should be at the bottom of your list. You are the wife of a former NBA superstar. When once people find out about this, like, come on now, you think that wasn't going to go viral? You think people wasn't going to talk about this? Anybody connected to that person and they do something that's going to make them look like it's going to put a question mark above their head too. Like, she's doing this. So what kind of women is this man really into? Did he understand? So she just said he knew she was an adult star before he met her. Now, we already know that's a no-no. Women duck him. Pass him and trash him. That was mistake number one. And now, so many years later, y'all coming into some financial troubles, and she goes back to what she used to do before y'all were together. Just to fend for herself. Just to do what she has to do. Not do something that's gonna make sense for the both of you and the relationship as a whole. Nah. What you say? what you got going on. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do me. You stay over, you do you, right? It's pretty much what it is.
If I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured, I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, the dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. Like he works for my moving company. I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in, because I'm tired of living like, I'm tired of living minimal, it's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, like after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted. It was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember, right. He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore. So, there was a depression, and I've been going, dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that it's not.
Yeah, you saying it right. Don't mix screw it now. You're not sorry for what you're doing. You sorry you got caught. Come on now. You're sorry you got caught. Bottom line.
It wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead. I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever I can, because he's my family. He's like an intricate part of my life, and I just want the best for us. And I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at. I wish that he wanted the best for us, because he's not really wanting the best for himself. So I can't expect him to do for him what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself and find his new place in the world. It's really hard once you've had a major career. You were the number one draft pick, and then everything ends. How do you deal with that? I don't want to be alone, but if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around.
This is why women need strong leaders to make decisions. She literally said my man he wasn't stepping up. He wasn't making decisions. So I made an executive decision myself. You can't allow a woman to make executive decisions. You see what I'm saying? Because depending on what day it falls on, this decision might have been emotionally charged. You see what I'm saying? She might not made the best decision because she was feeling off that day. It might have been a time of the month. Somebody cut her off at the light, and then later on down the road she regrets the decision she made, but the decision cannot be taken back. The executive decision to make an OnlyFans doesn't come while you're still married to a man. You see what I'm saying? That's a byproduct of a divorce, something that you do after a marriage if you got divorced or something, not something that you just, I'm gonna make this executive decision because I'm not getting any guidance from my man. It's very important to keep your mental sharp. If you were feeling some type of way, that you seek help. Like she said, she feels he needs counseling. So why couldn't counseling come before you decide to do OnlyFans? Right? I understand you still love him and everything, and from my understanding, marriage is constant work. It's never, and nothing ever is 100% every time, all the time. But you have to understand, if he was already going through something, and then if he was ignoring you or he wasn't giving you the feedback or the attention that you wanted, wouldn't you think that an OnlyFans would only fuel the fire? You see what I'm saying? If he was already in a depression, what the makes you think that making the OnlyFans will be the solution? Huh? All right, well, my man's depressed. You know, I guess the next best thing to do was go and start an OnlyFans. He's gonna do OnlyFans. It's gonna fix everything. But what did he do? It ultimately backfired. Once you go into that realm of OnlyFans, it's like once other guys or the world sees you in a certain light, it's really hard to turn that light off. It's really hard to backtrack out of that, because anything you've done on OnlyFans it's never going away. It's on there forever. No matter how much deleting, how much copyrighting, how much anything you do, people gonna have it. It's theirs. You're baked into the internet. You baked into for eternity. You just immortalize yourself on the internet, and you know you might have got the money that you were looking for to sustain your lifestyle, but at what cost, right? But I don't know. But I do know one thing though. Make sure I dot your I's across your T's. It's your boy Alex. Catch y'all in the next one.